Hello guys, and welcome back to Premier League Predictions. We are back yet again for the final Premier League games of 2024. I am joined by Sophie. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. And let's go for 3,520 likes on this one.
Ooh, I like it.
Specific.
And let's do it, guys. Thank you once again for your brilliant support this year. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. Make sure to subscribe as well, actually. Be the final subscribers to join this channel this year. Let's see if we can push for 87,000. I think we're this close, so do get involved. And once again, a massive thank you if you already have. The scores from last time are there. It was pretty close between me and Sophie, and it still is overall, so we will see how we get on this time as well. On to the predictions then, Sophie, and we're going to start at the King Power, where Leicester City take on Manchester City. And Manchester City, Sophie, last time carried on with their non-winning run. It was a draw against Everton. Obviously, 1-1. They missed a penalty, and that is a big thing. I think at this point, most people are in the realisation of surely they can't win the Premier League title.
Nah, they're done.
Yeah,
they're done for me now.
They'd have to surely win every game to win the title. I don't think they can.
No.
As much as I think Man City are a juggernaut, I think they're just going to have to salvage what they can this season. See if they can maybe try and win the Champions League if they improve in that or something. This is an interesting game. Leicester City do concede goals. I thought their performance at Liverpool wasn't too bad. It was spirited.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be close, but Man City could just edge it. I think I will go for Man City this time. Leicester 1, Man City 2.
Do you know what? I might give Leicester a draw here just because Man City are really struggling to get the win over the line, and I thought the way that Leicester started against Liverpool was good. In a way, you almost felt like the way they scored early, their game plan may have changed, and they then sat back on it, which invited Liverpool to take chances, and Liverpool are that good that given a couple of chances they will take them. So yeah, I don't know, it almost felt like the early goal backfired a little bit, but you take anything at Anfield. So if they could do the same against Man City, I think they actually could see something out. So I think there could be a couple of goals. 2-2.
Oh, you go for the Desmond.
I'm going for the Desmond early doors.
I like that. Do share your thoughts, guys. Do you think Leicester and Man City could be a draw? I'm going for Man City. Sophie is going 2-2. On to the next one, Sophie, where Crystal Palace take on Southampton. Palace with a 0-0 at Bournemouth, which I think is a good result.
For them, yeah.
Considering the week before they'd lost 5-1 to Arsenal, it certainly looks like they've been practising how to defend.
Yeah.
As for Southampton, it actually looks like they have been practising how to defend, because in their 2 games since Russell Martin's been sacked, they've conceded no goals and 1 goal in 2 games. You know, so that's pretty good. But they've also scored no goals in both games. So got to score. But if they can keep it tight, I certainly think there's results in them. There's results in them. Can they get a result here? I don't know. I think this could be low scoring, and I'm going to say Palace 1-0.
Yeah.
I just think Southampton are not having any luck at the minute, and Palace just seem to find a way to get away from the bottom 3, and 1-0 is what I'm going with.
Yeah, I feel like Palace could just nick it. For me, it's a toss-up between 0-0 or Palace 1-0. So in either prediction, I'm not backing Southampton to score. As you said, it seems like a lot of their concentration right now is stop shipping goals at the detriment of not scoring goals. So it's a tricky one, but yeah, I feel like right now Palace might just nick it.
Yeah, do share your thoughts, guys. So both going 1-0 Palace. Yep. I tell you what's an interesting game, Sophie. Everton versus Nottingham Forest. A really interesting match this, because you've got Forest who keep winning and Everton who keep drawing with good teams as well.
True.
Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, these are good teams. Forest are a good team this season, so I think it could be a draw. I did back Everton to win at Man City, and I wasn't far off. They did get a draw. Credit to them. A good finish from Ndiaye, a good save from Pickford to deny them. He's always been pretty good at saving penalties. Yeah. But Forest, it wasn't quite the 4-3 that I predicted, but we were both right that they'd win by 1 goal, and it was Elanga who got it. This is really tough. I genuinely think it's going to be a draw or Forest win by 1 goal. They're the 2 results I'm drawn to, and I'm going to go for Forest. I've got to. Do you know, how good have they been this season?
I thought you're going to go for the draw and I'm going to back Forest. Well, I think we're both backing them.
It's up to you what you want to go for. But look, full respect to Everton, but I'm saying 1-0 Forest.
Yeah, I'm saying the same. I think Everton are setting up for the draw in most games, and they're getting them, to be fair, and they're frustrating really good teams. But I feel Forest this season, they're going to places and they're ruining records. And when you think they can't win, and I think a lot of people go, I think Everton will hold them to a draw. And I think they will for the majority of the game, but I feel like Forest will just nick it as well. So 1-0.
Forest have been so good.
Yeah.
So good. Wow. On to the next one, Sophie, which is at Craven Cottage, Fulham and Bournemouth. And these are the two teams that came up with Forest in 2022. And all three of them are doing fantastic.
Well. Yeah.
What a matchup this is. Full credit to Fulham for winning in the 95th minute at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Bournemouth maybe dropped points, I guess, drawing 0-0 with Palace, but look, they've been great this season as well. Difficult game. It's two teams that you just want to back to win. I don't want to go for a draw because I think that's a bit boring. So to make up for not backing Fulham last time, I will go for them this time. And I'm going to say both teams score. Fulham win 2-1 again.
Yeah, I might just back Fulham to edge it 1-0 actually. I think that was a great performance to turn it around against Chelsea and walk away with all 3 points. And then with Bournemouth, it wasn't quite the same performances we've been seeing in recent weeks. Then obviously they're going to be without Kluivert for this one. He's suspended, so that'll be a big miss. So I'm just tipping Fulham to get the win here. So 1-0. 1-0.
Yeah, both backing Fulham to win at Craven Cottage. Share your thoughts, but as we said before, Bournemouth fans, full respect for you guys, and I certainly think they could get something.
Yeah.
On to the next one, Sophie. We go to Tottenham Hotspur as they take on Wolves. Wolves have improved, and look, to be honest, we're not surprised that they beat Manchester United because we both predicted them to. Certainly helped out by Bruno Fernandes getting a red card, but nonetheless, good result. Cunha scoring from a corner. I certainly think Wolves could come here and get something. Tottenham are very open, and Tottenham did lose to Forest as we predicted, but Tottenham swing back and forth, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win this game. You kind of want to give Wolves something because they've improved, but like I say, I wouldn't be that surprised if Spurs win this. So
it's really tricky, this one.
I think with it being at Tottenham and with these two having quite open defences, I mean Wolves in particular conceded a lot a few weeks ago. I think they've improved a little bit on that front, but let's go for a bonus point. Tottenham 3, Wolves 2.
Oh, okay, you're going all out for a Spurs win. Do you know what? I'm going to go down the middle and I'm going to say a draw, which it really does depend which Spurs team turns up, because the way Wolves are playing at the moment, they're doing well. They're not conceding many, which couldn't say that a few weeks ago. But then Spurs on their day are very, very good as well. So I might go down the middle, a couple of goals apiece. Another Desmond, 2-2. 2-2,
there you go. Yeah, both think there'll be goals in that one.
Yeah.
Share your thoughts. If you're a Spurs or Wolves fan, it does feel like Spurs have got to win. I mean, as entertaining as they have been, they are quite far down the table. They need to get a move on. On to the next game, Sophie, as we go to the London Stadium. West Ham United host Liverpool. And it does feel, before we come on to Liverpool, who are just amazing, and it's getting boring now, West Ham have improved a bit.
They have. They have.
And
you backed them to win as well, and they did.
I think they had to go and beat Southampton, didn't they? They really did. But this is an interesting test now where I think if West Ham lose by 1 goal and they give a good account of themselves, that's not bad. But if they lose like 4-0 or something, that's when the boos start coming back and that. So this is really important for West Ham to put a bit of a display on and a show on. I'm not saying they have to beat Liverpool, but don't embarrass yourselves. It is difficult because Liverpool, as I say, are boringly good, and I mean that in a complimentary way. I think Liverpool are going to win the league this season. I think, it's not a difficult observation and statement to say at this moment in time, but I think they've been fantastic. They have got to keep their eye on the ball, and they're finding ways of winning. They did it the hard way against Leicester, coming from behind, and I think they're going to grind it out here. What a job Arne Slot is doing. We're saying the same stuff every week, but they've got so many good players. Salah, Jones got a goal last time. You got
Gakpo,
Jota,
great goal.
Gakpo, Diaz, so good. I think, as I say, West Ham have improved. They'll give a good account of themselves, but Liverpool will win 2-1.
Yeah, I'm saying 2-1 as well. I don't think there'll be too many goals, actually, in favour of Liverpool. I think West Ham might even take the lead again, or they might equalise. I don't think it's going to be a consolation. I think they're going to make it very, very hard for Liverpool to get anything from this game, and they'll really frustrate them. But I do see Liverpool, they've just got a knack of turning it around and walking away with all 3 points. So yeah, it'd be daft not to go for Liverpool right now. So yeah, and I agree with you as well. 2-1.
We're going for a lot of the same.
Very similar this week. Yeah.
Maybe in 2025, I've seen a few people saying suggestions, but maybe we can spice the rules up a little bit where we don't copy each other. Yeah, I do that with Benjamin Bloom. Maybe we could do that in 2025. Yeah. I'm just too lazy. I just find it easier doing it the way we do it. But anyway, on to the next one. We go to Villa Park. Aston Villa take on Brighton, a battle between two teams that are going to be chasing down European places this season. Certainly feels like both teams blow hot and cold. Villa, Sophie, absolutely smashed at Newcastle. We predicted, I think, 3-1 and 3-2, and it was 3-0. Yeah. Obviously, it didn't help out that Duran got sent off. It was a weird red card, that.
It wasn't a red card for me.
I've never seen a red card like that before.
He's falling, he's out of control, and it looks like he's trying to avoid the player. I mean, his reaction after the sending off doesn't do him any favours, but it is harsh.
I think the weird thing is, with VAR, you can look at still images, and if someone's got their studs on someone's back,
it obviously looks bad.
It looks a red card. But if you watch the video, it kind of looks like he's trying to stop himself from falling.
Yeah.
And he just kind of falls onto him, and it's weird. It's weird. I've never seen anything like that before. Anyway, as for a prediction here, Villa are back at home now. Brighton are pretty good. Do you know what? It does smell of both teams to score, but I'm going to say no. Villa don't have Duran. Will they have Watkins playing maybe?
Yeah, they will do.
Let's go Villa 1-0. Let's back them to go back to winning ways.
Yeah, I think Villa will get this one. I'll say 2-1. I think they might concede. But right now with Brighton, they seem to be losing, drawing. And they're not in the best of form right now, considering their squad as well, where you think, you are a good team, but it's just not clicking right now. So Villa being at home, I think they'll get back to winning ways. So yeah, 2-1 for me. Yeah,
we don't think there's a lot in that one, but yeah, we are
not a great deal. Yeah,
do share your thoughts. Next up, Sophie, we go to Portman Road as Ipswich Town take on Chelsea. Both sides lost last time. Ipswich lost, of course, to Arsenal. Chelsea lost to Fulham last time, Sophie. 95th minute. Yeah. That was a bitter blow. I do like Ipswich a bit more at home, even though their 2 wins this season have come on the road. Chelsea have got to win, surely. If they're going to try and be in this title race.
Yeah, they need it.
Let's say, let's think. Ipswich 1, Chelsea 2. I think Ipswich will make it close. I certainly think Ipswich can give good teams a good game. But
yeah, I might just edge Chelsea 1-0, which again, a clean sheet would be massive for the confidence. But surely Chelsea have to win this one. If they want to be in the title race, they need to be winning this one. But I don't think Ipswich are going to make it easy for them. As I say, 1-0.
1-0. Yeah, both back in Chelsea. And are Chelsea the best threat to Liverpool?
I don't know, because it's definitely between them or Arsenal right now, and that's no offence to Forest, but yeah, I don't know, because there's definitely some flaws in both Arsenal and Chelsea, so they're almost on a level playing field for me.
I almost think the biggest threat to Liverpool is probably themselves,
or injuries.
Yeah, just don't blow up, just be pretty consistent, and you should get it over the line. Right, the next one, Sophie, is at Old Trafford as Manchester United, crumbling Manchester United, take on the high-flying Newcastle United. Honestly, Manchester United are falling to pieces, the stadium's breaking down, the players pretty poor at Wolves. Bruno Fernandes, who I don't like his personality or his character, but I think is a very talented player. He's now suspended. I I think it'd be an incredible result if Man United win this. I've got to be honest, I think Newcastle are such strong favourites in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 3-1 to the Geordies. Newcastle are having fun at the minute scoring goals. Some of the goals they scored against Villa as well. I mean, Joel Linton's goal was nice. Gordon's goal was nice.
Yeah.
I think Newcastle come here and they could run riot. Sorry, Man United fans, but you've got to probably agree with me. Newcastle are flying.
Yeah, I think they will agree that they're not going to be the favourites in this one. So for me, Newcastle get another win. I think it could be quite comfortable. I'm going to say another 3-0 win.
Oh.
I think they could keep a clean sheet as well. You mentioned Fernandes is out, and not just his impact with his footballing ability, but just having that character around. He's very passionate and he's very, very vocal on the pitch. So I think he will be a big miss. But regardless, Newcastle are absolutely flying right now. So another win for them.
Look, we've said before, by the way, with Manchester United that I think they need to be patient with Amorim because it's not an overnight fix.
No.
But it's terrible that they could finish like 13th this season or something like that.
Yeah, for such a big club, you think, oh, really? That's
what is
so
going
low.
on?
Yeah,
It's so bad, isn't it?
Yeah, just be patient and things should improve.
Maybe. The final game, Sophie, is at Brentford. They take on Arsenal. An interesting one, this. Brentford, we like them when they're at home. They did lose their last home game to Nottingham Forest, we will mention. Obviously, just coming off the back of that draw at Brighton. And they host Arsenal. Arsenal, of course, beat Ipswich last time. So it really is a fascinating matchup. Brentford, like I say, winning most of their home games. Arsenal just need wins to be in the title race, just need wins. This seems to me like one of those games that Arsenal have dropped points in this season. You know when they've like drawn games 1-1 or 0-0, like 0-0 against Everton.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's that about? And Brentford at home, imagine if Brentford win as well. That really could be like the end of Arsenal's title hopes, I think, if Brentford win this. But I'm going to go for Arsenal. Look, I respect Brentford. I'm going to give them a goal. Let's go Brentford 1, Arsenal 2.
Yeah, I'm going for the same again.
Oh,
so boring.
Unbelievable.
No, genuinely, I do see Arsenal just edging it 2-1. I feel like Brentford will get on the score sheet, but I think it's more the fact that Arsenal need to win it that I'm backing them to get the win here. So, yeah, just edging them 2-1. They are without Saka, and he is a very, very important player, but they're going to be without him for a few weeks, so they need to get used to that. And ultimately, this is where squad depth comes in.
It certainly is.
So, yeah, 2-1, I think they'll just edge it.
And Jesus has been much better.
He's been very good, yeah.
Lately. Yeah. As for the title race, before we wrap it up, you fancy Liverpool. You think Arsenal and Chelsea are the next best threats, and do you think there's anyone else that could compete or no?
After that, it's got to be Forest.
Really?
No, genuinely. I'm not going to say Forest are going to win the league. I think that's a massive ask, and I don't even think the Forest fans will back that. But if you're looking at the table right now and form, yeah, why aren't they?
Do you think
genuinely
top 4 is definitely possible then?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I genuinely do. It's incredible how it's sort of come from nowhere, but yeah, fair play to them. Anyway, that does wrap up the Premier League predictions for this time, guys. I just want to take this opportunity once again to say a massive, massive thank you. We've worked really hard on it this year. Honestly, a massive thank you to you, Sophie, but your support has really made it possible. So once again, get involved for the final time this year. Drop a like. Subscribe. Don't worry, we will be back soon. I think we've got the Millwall vlog. We've also got the Premier League predictions for the first games of 2025 not long after this as well. So we will see you on the other side. Thanks again, Sophie.
Thank you.
We will see you in the next one. Take care. Peace out.